What's going on, Clash Bashers? Rocky here today, and today we're going to be talking about the Town Hall 12 Laboratory and what I think we should upgrade first, what I'm going to upgrade first, and why I think that, and that's going to be today's video, guys. We're going to go ahead and break it down, kind of talk about why, what I've seen so far, and how I think this will be effective in the laboratory. So if you guys are pumped up for this, make sure you subscribe, turn on those notifications, and leave a like on the video. So real quick before we get into the lab, if we go ahead and take a look around the base, we can kind of see here, we still got some of our elixir storages going up, which, I mean, that's fine. That's great. We have to get those going up. That way we can get the 12 million max elixir storage going. So that's actually going to limit a little bit what we can do in the lab. That's not going to really play into too much about my opinion, but if you notice here, most of the troops, actually all the troops except for the baby dragon, archers, and barbarians, cost over 10 million elixir. If we go look at the dark elixir, they're all right around 200,000, which is absolutely crazy, but that's all fine. So my initial thoughts so far on the update is we've been seeing a lot of Bow Witch, which is what we've seen a ton before the update, and it's been really effective. We're seeing Town Hall 11s tripling early Town Hall 12s. Now, albeit the Town Hall 12s that are being tripled are still very young Town Hall 12s, I think that Bow Witch is going to be really, really good, easy to use, and very effective at early Town Hall 12. So I think that Bowlers and Witches are going to be my first two upgrades. Bowlers get a nice little 10%, a little bit over 10% damage per second increase. They also get some nice hit point increase there. Witches get a nice little gain. They also spawn 2 extra units. 440 hit points at max level, and then 160 DPS. So Bow Witch going together. Queen Walk Bow Witch, super strong. Bow Witch with Golems, Giants, really strong. I had a really nice Queen Walk Bow Witch attack that I forgot to switch out my Siege Machine. Note, guys, if you build a Siege Machine in your army camp, make sure that you switch the CC manually. Happened to me last night. I forgot to switch my CC to Siege Machine, and it really threw off my plan for the attack. Now, besides Bow Witch, what we could look at is we could look at Hog Riders. Hog Riders actually getting a really nice increase, pretty much a 10% increase in damage per second, and a huge hit point buff there. I haven't been that great at Hogs on the higher level, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I do want to get Hogs up and practice with them, but Bow Witch is much more user-friendly, much more easy to use, just because it's really just kind of a spam attack with spell placement. The Siege Machine is making it easier, but I want to work on Hogs. My second attack besides Hogs that I kind of want to work on is going to be Lalo. Those balloons get a huge damage per second increase, a huge damage when destroyed buff, and a huge hit point buffs. So I think getting level 8 balloons is going to be huge. But again, we have to wait on the elixir storage. If you have elixir storages and you love air, you might want to go ahead and consider getting the balloons up first and then doing your lava hounds, because lava hounds also get a nice increase. But since I got a little bit to wait, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go Bowlers. So for me, it's between Bowlers and Witches, Lava Hounds, and Balloons. Those are kind of like on the same level for the first upgrades as far as for War. Electro Dragons probably would come in, except for I don't have them unlocked yet. I see a lot of people doing great stuff with Electro Dragons, and you want to get them up to level 3 fast. So I would say Bow Witch, Lalo, Electro Dragons, Hogs all should be top priorities as far as what you're upgrading at Town Hall 12. Valkyries, I haven't seen a ton of Valkyries being used, but I feel like Valks could probably still be pretty plausible up here at Town Hall 12. Battle Ram, you don't really have to worry about upgrading your Siege Machines as long as you get someone in your clan that can donate them to you. I wouldn't really worry about those a ton. Golems, I don't feel like Golems get a high enough boost to really warrant a super early upgrade. I think they are, you know, upgradable, but They get a boost, but it's not like a super huge boost that I think it needs to be the highest priority, you know? So for me personally, it's going to be Bowlers and Witches. Giants get a pretty nice boost also for later on. So Bowlers, Witches, Lalo, Hog Riders, Electro Dragon when it gets unlocked. I think Wizards will be nice. They get a nice little boost up. You know, getting Wizards up is always great. So let's go ahead, guys. We're going to go ahead and get the Bowlers going. It's a 14-day upgrade. However, we have the Book of Fighting. So let's go ahead and use that Book of Fighting to finish our Bowler upgrade instantly. Bam. Done. Now I know what you guys are thinking. Bash, why would you do that? You don't have loot to upgrade anything else. You're right. That wasn't very smart, was it? Ah, but the shop has stuff to help me. Root of Dark Elixir in the shop. I'm going to buy it, guys. I'm going to buy it for the video. I didn't plan on buying this, but I was like, yeah, we'll do it for the video. So I'm going to go ahead and buy that Rune of Dark Elixir. We'll get 2 Builder Potions. We get 20 Wall Rings. And it should help us out a little bit on our progression. That way we can get our witches going down right away. So let me go ahead and buy this pack real quick. All right, guys, there we go. All set. Purchase was successful. So we get the update pack. So we go in here, get our magic items. Use that Rune of Dark Elixir. Fill up that Dark Elixir from 0 all the way up to 200,000. Very, very beautiful stuff. Now, I know what you're saying. Bash, you should have had your storage up and you got, you know, a full thing. Well, my storage isn't even upgrading yet, guys. So I'm not really worried about that. I want to get a jump on the lab. Get these witches going. That way our bow witch will be leveled up. So there we go. We got max bowlers. We got witches going up in 14 days. And then after that, definitely my next upgrade is going to be balloons and then lava hounds. Just because balloons, I'm using Clone Lalo a ton for farming. And look at those increases those guys get. A huge hit point increase. A huge DPS increase. You have to get the balloons. Lalo farming is really good. My Clone Lalo army is right here. I mean, it works out really well. You can see here, I got a miner army trained up. I've been playing with miners a lot, just kind of seeing how they work. Queen Walk miners. But what we're going to do now is we're going to hop in and show a couple bow witch replays and talk about why, you know, why I did what I did based on these replays. But again, guys, #1 priority for me, bow witch. After that, lava hounds, balloons, and then lava hounds. And then I want to look at stuff like hog riders, maybe even electro dragon. To get them up to play with. Probably will do Electro Dragon, get it up to max. That way I can play with that a little bit. And then just kind of work on it. Maybe even miners up. I feel like miners will be good. And we'll kind of talk about this the more we go on. But top priorities, you want to do stuff you're going to be using in war. Especially if you're at Town Hall 12. You should be ready to war right away. I mean, there's no real reason to kind of hold out. And we'll kind of see, keep an eye on things and kind of see what is popular, what people are using, what kind of crazy attacks people are coming up with, because that often, you know, shifts the upgrade lab. So let's go ahead, hop into a couple war replays real quick, guys. All right, guys, so this was Kraken going in, and he was actually at Town Hall 11 and going against this 12. Again, I mean, the 12s that we're seeing are still early 12s to the point where it's basically facing a Town Hall 11 with a Tesla. I mean, you might see a level 51 Queen, level 51 King, or something like that. For the most part, though, it's still going to be level 11, Town Hall 11 stuff. So you see him using that siege machine in there just to go ahead and wreck right through, get through those walls. The siege machines are really OP. Hitting that Warden's ability just to keep his troops alive. Eagle goes down really fast. I think that's really why this was super successful. He was able to get to that Eagle really fast. He's got bowlers and witches going around the outside, working the funnel, making sure nothing strays too far. He's got a huge group of troops up the center. He's got heal spells in this comp, so it's not going to really mess him up at all because it's multi-infernos. When you see multi-infernos, definitely bring a heal or 2. I think he might have brought 2 on this one. And it's just going to absolutely wreck through here. Bow Witch spam is still super OP, guys. It's a really good attack. I was using Bow Witch with the Queen Walk. Like I said, I'll show off my failed attack where I forgot to change out the siege machine. Let's change out the siege machine, guys. But Bow Witch, Queen Walk Bow Witch is still going to be super strong, guys. Nothing changed about this attack that made it any weaker. Bowlers at level 4 are still stronger than the bowlers were at level 3 with the nerf. So there's no reason not to get the bowlers up. Also, you can use bowlers as a utility and other attacks. So that's why I think it's really, really essential to go ahead and get those guys up. So Kraken just absolutely wrecking this base, steamrolling it with the Bow Witch. Tons of bowlers, tons of witches alive. There's this army if you guys kind of want to get an idea. Couple heal spells in there. Nice attack, Kraken. The nice thing about those wall wreckers, you don't have to use as many jumps, so you can use more rages, more heals. That's really, really awesome. So let's go ahead. I'll show you guys my failed attack that we did last night on stream. I'm not afraid to show off a fail. All right, guys, so I actually power potioned up, and you'll see here, I wanted my siege machine. I had a siege machine in my siege camp, and I wanted a siege machine to come in up here to break through this wall and possibly even get through these walls. However, I forgot to change the siege machine, so that's something we're going to have to remember to do because it will really mess with you guys, not changing it out. So you can't change it out later, you have to change it at the beginning of the raid, and it really, really screwed me over. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do a super long Queen Walk. I really want to establish this funnel. I don't want if my queen goes this way, I have no plan of what to do. Like, I'm screwed if my queen goes that way. So I really want to get a super good funnel going to make sure the queen is going to go the right way. I am walking the queen right into an Inferno, guys, because we have freeze spells. Look how great those freeze spells are. We walked her right into an Inferno, and it didn't even matter, because we could freeze it using that one freeze slot. And then I had the other freeze spell was supposed to be up there for my siege machine, but we forgot the siege machine, guys. So my plan was just to get super value out of this queen walk, get to the eagle, get the clan castle out, and we get all that taken care of. I didn't think she would get to the king, and that's actually where she goes down, is right at the king. But we're going to go ahead, rage her up again. I planned on 2 rages for that. Poison spell's a necessity on those witches. You have to get those witches down. And our queen's just going to wreck right through here, guys. She's going to take on a lot of damage up through this area towards the eagle, but we had her ability to be popped, and I was planning on using it anyway, so it worked out pretty well. So we pulled out the clan castle, got that taken care of. We're going to get to that eagle, and then we're going to start in the rest of our attack here. I want to make sure she gets that eagle down before we get the rest of the attack in. So she had bows on her, she had a lot of stuff on her. That's when we go ahead and pop her ability. So right here, I'm like, oh my goodness, I don't have a siege machine. So I panic. I wanted siege machine, I have Valkyries in the siege. If they got taken out, the siege machine got taken out by the Inferno, didn't make it through the walls, I was just going to rage up the Valks and just let them take out the Inferno, take out all those buildings. But I had to readjust and panic on the fly. Like, at this point, I'm like, crap, what do I do here? So I start my witches in the corner just to start them going, get my bowlers going, and then I just spam in the Valkyries, rage them through to get the wall break in. But man, this is not what I wanted to do. I was hoping to get through here with my siege machine. I ended up having to jump through here and just try to adapt on the fly, and it just didn't work out. So really important, guys, if you build up your own siege machine, make sure that you switch to it at the beginning of the attack. I tried to hit the Warden's ability here to save some of the bowlers, but that Giga Tesla, actually, it's only a level 2 Giga Tesla, I think, but it was still OP enough to take some of those troops down. We did get a pretty good percentage on this, but I think if we had, you know, a little bit further of a penetration in there with the siege machine, it would have helped us out quite a bit. But, I mean, this is what I'm talking about. An attack that didn't go the way I wanted it to was still pretty strong. We get an 84% 2-star on this. We got those witches being healed up. That actually saves the 2-star, honestly. Kind of a ridiculous attack that pretty much was almost a fail. But we saved it with the witches. Those witches came in really clutch there. The Queen Walk was super OP. And I think Queen Walk Bow Witch is going to be really strong. Not just spam Bow Witch. I think Queen Walk Bow Witch will be really strong moving forward as well. So that's just stuff to kind of look forward to, guys, in the future. We got 83% 2-star. You guys see what I was doing on that attack. Kind of sucks that I used the power potion and didn't get there. But it's all good, guys. So hopefully this video kind of... Oh, we also did get the win for the record. 56-55, in case you guys were watching the stream last night. So hopefully this will give you kind of an idea how to start your lab. I'm sure you guys have other thoughts. You want to get those Electro Dragons up faster. You want to get your Miners, maybe, or your Hog Riders. Maybe you're a good Hog attacker. Like I said, I haven't been as good with the Hogs at the higher levels. It's something I need to practice. But Bow Witch, in my opinion, the #1 priority. And then Balloons right there behind, guys. Balloons will be my next upgrade. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed today's video. Make sure you guys turn on those notifications if you haven't done so. Also, don't forget, we got the Clash Bashing Teespring shirts going on, where are those at? Right there, at teespring.com/clashbashing, the 100K t-shirts, if you guys want to go check those out. On sale, I think, for 9 more days at the time of this video. So, you guys, thanks so much for watching. You guys have a great day. Have a great weekend. Keep on Clash Bashing.